Society. 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 Yeah, we in the building, we vibing, discussing events in real timing. Be knowing the most spectacular hosts, put it all together, brother Myron. Coming straight to you out of Dothan. Look to the city, we showing. From 757 to the 334, wrenched out all around and growing. Society.
It's your boy Hustle from Hustersocietytrap podcast, man. We back for another week episode. Today we got a special guest in the building, man. None other than a public figure, a certified business coach, a business mentor, an author, a brand strategist, founder, and creator of the Branding Bag. We want to welcome Miss Patrice Walker to the platform, man. And I thank you for coming on the show, man, and taking time out with us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's my pleasure, actually.
Thank you. And for the people who might not be familiar with you, man, who is Treese, man? Tell us some stuff about Treese to kick off the show.
Oh, okay. We're going to just dive right in there. So Patrice is...
I'm diving right
Yeah. So I'm a woman first. I know a lot of people might go into their titles, but I'm me first. So who I am is I have a big heart. I love my people. I'm family oriented. I am just all about like who I am. I am very intentional and I am very impactful in my life, personal and in everything. So that's just kind of who I am as a person. I am a mother of one beautiful 15-year-old girl. And then I am like you read off everything else. So like as far as my titles, so yes, I am a certified business coach. I am a publisher.
You know I had to go hard for you.
Yeah, so I am just a little bit of everything, but I like to consider myself to like sum it all up is I'm a resource. I like to be considered as a resource for anybody that needs anything. If I don't know how to do it or know how to get it done, I know somebody who can. I can point you in a direction. So I just like to consider myself a resource.
Resource, and you soak everything up like a sponge too.
Yeah,
I can tell as well. Now, where are you from, though? Tell the people where you're from.
So I'm originally from Dothan, Alabama, the 334. Yeah, it's my beautiful hometown.
Okay. Circus City, man. So what, as a business owner, as a woman, and all those titles that you have, what was the push and drive behind all the success with Patrice Walker? Who would you give credit for helping you?
So definitely
showing you the ropes or being around people.
Definitely God first. Anything that I've done, God gave me the vision before I even seen it come into fruition. So I literally, an event so happened where God will push me to do something. So everything that I've done, it always started like with a clear push from God. Even when I was trying to kind of pull back from it, I always just kind of fell into that direction. So I definitely give God all the credit. I don't think I'll be half of who I am today without him. And then my parents, both my mom and my dad, they are very supportive of me and anything that I want to do. And so I like to, a lot of people will say, oh, you got the silver spoon. I do. I'm one of the silver spoons proudly. My mama and my dad, like knowing that they're a nest at the end of, like, if I jump, that they're gonna catch me at the bottom, they're net at the bottom. It gives me the courage to, kind of take on different revenues that probably I recognize now other people probably wouldn't have if they wasn't in my position. So I definitely give credit to my parents first, immediately after God. And then my kid, man, I know it's so cliche, but my kid is definitely my motivation because she is a girl, because I had her very, very young. I became a statistic. I was a teen mom, got pregnant at 18. I was a single mother. I'm a single mother still currently. And so just being able to know that someone's looking up to me, and I can either take my situation and become, use it as a crutch, or I can use it as to overcome anything and show her that in spite of all of these things, I am, and I still am. And so can she, so yeah. And then immediately after that,
Got
so
you.
I got a little bit of everybody, for real. Everybody I surround myself with pushes me in some type of manner. So I only hang around people that will push me, make me
Got you.
better. And just, I believe in iron sharpers iron, so I only surround myself with those type of people.
And that's and that's correct right there, man. You said something right there. Okay, as an author, right? As a female author, can you name some of your books for the people that's not familiar with some of the books that you have published?
So I only have one. So I'm only a publisher of one. It's my new
Hello?
baby, but it's a business planner.
Okay.
Everything, my whole targeted niche is anything business. So it is a business planner. But what makes my planner a little different from others is that my planner actually comes with a very detailed insertion in the front that kind of gives you clarity and guidance. It comes with a guide on how to fill out the planner, because a lot of times when you open a planner, it's just completely blank lines, and it's up to you to figure out how to do it. Where I give you a guide, a detailed guide in the beginning for each page, how to fill it out, how to kind of get yourself together, figure out your brand, the best way to figure out each thing is, and it's a very detailed planner. So it's not just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Before you even get to that, you're going to see an indirect and a direct competitor sheets. There's weekly budgets. There's, I mean, just a lot of things that you need that I felt like everyone need as business owners when they first start their when they first start their business or their brand. So, and I wanted to make sure that it was going to be beneficial to a business owner, and they knew exactly what to do and for each different page. So I think that's what kind of sets me apart from the other planners that are out there.
Okay.
And you can purchase it at Amazon,
Okay.
on Amazon.
And I got two more questions. Amazon. Where else? Other than Amazon, just only Amazon.
Yeah, right now it's only on Amazon.
Okay, gotcha. So y'all make sure y'all go check her book out, her planner, man. Make sure y'all cock that, man. We're gonna have to get us one, man, to put on for the show behind the scenes so we can keep everything intact and scheduled up. But also, as a certified business coach, can you explain that? Like, what's your role in that field?
Okay, so I do general brand building. So I'm a certified general business coach, where I can guide you in all the steps of your business. Every client does have different needs. So I do free consultations to kind of see if we're the better fit, what you're looking for, what you need, what your expectations are. And then we come together with a one-on-one strategic plan on how to execute whatever you need as a business. But however, I specialize in personal brand building. So a lot of people, what I found along the years is that a lot of people didn't need to know how to start a business.
Okay.
Like they knew to get an EIN number, LLC, they knew to kind of go everything, but they would forget. And then once they started their business, they were stuck. Either they wasn't getting clients, they wasn't getting exposure, they wasn't getting what they needed to get. And a lot of people don't understand that that's a direct correlation to branding. And if you skip over the brand building portion, so it makes it harder for you to do these things. And I feel I'm so passionate about branding, because I feel like branding will help you align yourself in any industry, regardless of what industry you choose. So, for instance, some people don't think about their brand colors and trying to target their direct art. They're just posting on their Facebook friends that's full of their friends and family, and half your friends and family will never use what you're putting out. So then you go and say nobody's supporting me, and then you kind of give up, when you really just haven't did the math or the time to sit down and figure out who is my product for, who is it going to
Right.
benefit the most, what's going to be my target, what's my brand colors, what does my logo say about my business, do I have, all of these other things that I feel like is an important role in business and in marketing, and a way to be able to get that, put it together, and come up with a strategy to execute it.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. So you broke that down. You talk about branding. You're very passionate about branding. So let's jump into the branding bag. Can you tell us? Well, I'm familiar with the branding bag. For the people that's not familiar with the branding bag, can you please explain what the branding bag is about and how does the branding bag help business
Okay.
owners and small business owners as well?
So the branding bag is two parts. So the main part of the branding bag is marketing and exposure for small businesses. So if it's really exposure is what the branding bag kind of fills that void of exposure for small businesses. Right now we are only on Facebook, and we're about almost 10K members currently, and I've heard it referenced as the mini Amazon for small businesses. So that's kind of what we're running with.
I
But it's
see
a
that.
yeah, so it's like a mini Amazon for small businesses.
Oh,
So you can actually get on there, you can post, sell your stuff, make your money. There's no fees, and I don't charge any fees to post. I don't, you could post 100 times a day. There's no limitations on how many times you could post. There's no limitation on what days you can post. I just wanted a very free for all, and I just wanted to be able to create a space that supports small business owners, because I know the importance of networking, exposure, and marketing. So I wanted to be able to be that resource for small businesses. So that's the first part that I'm very proud of. And the second part was is the Branding Bag
okay.
Academy, which is the resource where we help the actual business owners. So we have chats that are specifically for different topics like marketing, networking, collaboration, challenges, daily challenges that you can do, and just different chats that kind of just pour into the actual business owner and give them free resources that can help them be better in their craft.
Okay. Okay. And check this out, because I know, like I said, I do my research as well. You talked about the networking, you talked about the business owners. We can talk about the customers as well, because your platform, and I won't get into the platform, but I'm using this as an example. Your platform also provides events, treats, food items, new deals, new music, hair designers, et cetera, et cetera. So with that networking, with the branding bag, what have you seen success in since you created this platform?
What have I seen success in, as far as which industry is the most successful, or can you
Like
elaborate
the
a little bit?
networking, more of like on the networking side, like, you know, how does your network benefits the people that's on the branding bag side?
Yeah, absolutely. So I feel like being a part of the group itself, you mentioned, you could just scroll and see a plethora of an industry. Another thing that I love about the group is that people can make a actual post, and people will come directly to the post and comment. So I feel like it helps with
Mhm.
notify with the networking. It makes it a lot easier, because me as a business owner, if I'm looking for a DJ to help me with my event, I could literally put who is a DJ and available on this day and make a post, and all of the DJs will come commenting like, I'm available, I'm available, I'm available. And I feel like you won't be able to do that anywhere else. And because we are almost 10K people, you're going to get a response regardless of what type of industry or craft that you're looking for. You're going to find at least one person in there that does what you're looking for, or that wants to collaborate, or that is looking for something specifically. So I feel like that's the difference between mine and how you're able to be successful, is because you could just scroll and find what you're looking for, or you can intentionally put it out there and find what you're looking for. Either way.
And see what I like about your platform, it makes me think, because I'm a landscaper myself. So when I might be looking for leads or jobs or something to do, or people might be looking for a landscaper, I might have to go on the Angel list or the home advisory list, but I have to pay out $200, $300 something dollars this for a lead, which I think that is crazy. But if you come to the branded bag, it's like, look, hey, I join, I put landscaping stuff up there, I'm getting leads, and I think that's very dope, man, and especially for the culture as well. Like, you know, everything that you offer with your platform, that's amazing, because I was telling my father, I was like, yo, I really got to pay $200 just to get a lead, just to get people to look at my work. But here you have the branding bag. So I want people to really understand what the branding bag is about. You know what I mean? This is free. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
Put your work out there. I don't care what you do. Like you said, if you cut hair, if you do lace fronts, I'm just gonna be real. I can get crazy on the show sometimes. You got the lace fronts going, you got the plates going. It doesn't matter what you do. Babysit, hey, I can get it on the brand in the bag. And that's what I like about your platform, man. And it's major success. And when you said them 10K followers, I seen that. I said, man, she moving up every day. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
So I got a question for you. With your platform, right? I got points right now. Oh, you welcome. You welcome. I got some notes for you real quick, right? With your platform, as far as your reach, your followers, your views, and then even if you, like you say, you're on Facebook, but if you decide to go to YouTube or anywhere, have you ever thought about subscribers, subscriptions? Can you go further into that?
Well, I have thought about it, and I have also my brand strategist kind of she always she's trying to find ways to monetize the group or find little different ways that we can benefit and get more resources. But I just know that my the vision that God gave me was free. So if it's gonna tap into anything um that's going to cost, like, I just want to still stay true to the vision. I understand, like, bills got to get paid. I understand there's other things, but I want to find different ways and different revenues. By doing the subscriptions, it's been a thought, but we haven't put anything in place yet. I just do know if we do go that route, the subscriptions, it has to be a mutual gain. It has to be something that is going to be worth the subscription. It's going to be something that's going to actually, you're going to be able to walk away with something or benefit some kind of way. So that's what we kind of going back and forth with on the team, because I don't want to just, because I got this many followers and you're going to get this much. Like you just said, you didn't want to pay $200 for a lead. I don't want that bad taste in my mouth when you hear the branding bag. So as long as it's going to make sense, I'm okay with it. If it doesn't, then we're not going to touch it. So we're still going back and forth in negotiations of that.
I understand that, and I think the only way that it could be beneficial on that, if you offer something that the other people might not get to see or get that offer, it gotta have a balance. It gotta be beneficial for both sides. So with that said, with your platform, do you pay attention to your analytics or data numbers, or we can say algorithms as well?
Absolutely, 100%.
I know you do. You're shaking your head. I don't know why I asked you that.
Yeah. Of course I do. I actually run a report myself. I look at it, but then I also run a report myself, sit down, do the math, a daily and a monthly, and so that I can compare my year to year. But yes, I absolutely look at my analytics. I think everyone in business, if they have their page set to where they can look at their analytics, should look at their analytics.
Yeah, and I think that helps out a lot. You know where you're targeting at. You know what areas is paying attention as well. It could be beneficial too. So I got two more questions about the platform. Let's talk about the admin rules for the branded bag and the impact that you've seen so far since the branded bag has been created by you yourself. So it's a two-part question.
Okay, so well, to be honest, when I first started, we had no rules. I was just like, oh, go crazy,
Okay.
post, do what you do, but watch my shoes. No, just kidding. But no, but I was like, okay. As things started happening along the way, then of course rules had to be set in place. Like, okay, we're not gonna. This is not a business bashing group. If you had any issues with the previous business, or you found a business inside of this group and this you that you didn't get your product, and or you have a dispute, then we set up a process to where they can dispute it. Myself or my admin would go and kind of play like a middle ground person, a mediator. We'll go back and forth. We'll get screenshots from both parties so that we can kind of compare the conversation, because some people would be deleting conversation parts. So we just do a full on investigation. We create an investigation process. We do not guarantee refunds and everything, because all business owners are still their own entity. However, we try to be a mediator. We also have a rule for business owners that we want you to be parallel to our core values that comes with integrity, accountability, respect, and things of that nature. So to be a seller in the group, you would have to abide by those core values. And and when it comes to somebody you found in this group, like, you could do your own customers the way you would like to, but if you got a person from my group, we do ask you that you uphold the Brandon Bag's core values. And so we mediate between the two and try to find some common ground, or some type of compromise between the two. And it's been working out so good for us so far. So
Okay, okay. And I got one more question before we hop into the next segment, because I couldn't leave while talking about this. When we talk about the branded bag, when we talk about the platform, let's talk about this academy. These courses that you host and stuff like that, because I think this is really big. So I want people to really hear about this academy.
oh yeah, absolutely. The academy is actually my part. It's like, really, the Brandon Bag is kind of self-running, but the Brandon Bag Academy is my passion. So it's kind of paired in parallel to my coaching, but along the way, I just started realizing that a lot of people, like I mentioned, the problem wasn't starting the business, it was after they started it, what's next. And then I realized I was raised around entrepreneurs. My godmother's an entrepreneur, my daughter's goddaddy entrepreneur, all of my godmother's friends are entrepreneurs. So I've always been able to, if I had an issue or a question or anything, I could just pick up the phone and call one of them. And I realized, like, that became my normal. That was all I knew. So I thought, when you growing up, you think that this is just normal. This is how everybody else must have these same benefits. And when I had my balloon pop and was like, no, everybody don't have these resources. A lot of people are first time entrepreneurs. They don't know what they're doing. They're winging it. Things like that. Then I vowed to become that resource for them. So in that sense, I try to. That's how the Brandon Bag Academy was born. So then I started finding courses that will benefit, that's not always taught. I mean, because you can go get a certification, you can learn how to do lashes, you can learn how to do those things. However, nobody's out here teaching customer service. Nobody's out here teaching professionalism. Nobody's out here teaching about branding. Nobody's out here teaching about those type of things that I feel like is also beneficial to the success of a business. So I decided um to just kind of start these kind of programs, start these chats, and just kind of be that resource. We've also had classes where I've charged $5, literally $5 to get on a Zoom call. It was a 2-hour Zoom, and it was all about business 101. We covered everything in general of business. And then I did another one for branding. I did that one for $5. And people think I was crazy, like, you only doing $5 to give away all this information? Yes, because I try to keep it to little to no cost, and things like that, which I feel like is
Yeah,
very important.
and that's
Um,
love.
So yeah, I do. I not granted sometimes we have to charge full price, but I do try to do these classes here and there when I can. So I think it's very beneficial. And I actually got a new mentorship program which I haven't really announced yet. So you're getting exclusive information right now. But it's gonna be a whole new, very detailed mentorship program.
Okay. Go ahead and break the exclusive.
And so I don't know the launch date, but it's gonna be very, very beneficial to a business owner, and it's gonna be so filled with so much. So I'm really, really proud of that I'm working on right now. But yeah, we're looking forward to it.
And man, congratulations on everything that you accomplished, all the titles. I'm talking about the goals, the dreams, the visions, anything that you ever had. And I seen nothing but greatness ahead of you as well. But before we hop out of the Hustle Society Trap podcast, I do this every week. I got the hustle topics. I bring up some clips that I found very interesting. I mean, we can talk about them, or if you don't have nothing to say I got no fight in it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay,
look,
let's
they
go.
about to get to know who is behind these clips. Let's go. Let's hop into that first one. We'll talk about the WA.
What are you wearing tonight, Asia?
I got the LeBron 21s on, the white drip with the one leg sleeve. Got the iced out white uniform, already know what it is.
Period.
Angel Reese, as a rookie, leading the league in offensive rebounds per game.
In case you were wondering, only 3 rookies have ever led the league in rebounds per game.
Angel Reese put the basketball world on notice. Excuse me.
That's how you do it.
But her relentless attitude when she gets inside the paint has certainly translated here to the WNBA.
We had the WNBA All-Stars. Let me get it right because, my daughter got me watching it fully now. She's always been an Angela Reese fan. She talks about Caitlin Clark too. I like Adria Wilson. And my question to you, do you watch NBA or any sports at all?
I do watch college football. I'm a college football person, but I do catch a little highlights of other things.
Okay.
So yeah, Roll Tide. So that's my sport.
Oh, Roll Tide too. So I'm rocking with you. I got a Florida Gator in the background, but we ain't studying that person.
Yes, and I know he's a Florida Gator really bad. Well. But yes, that's like how me and my dad really bond. We always bonded over college football. So that's what I grew up watching more. But I have been catching like a little bit. I do like Angel Reese. I also seen where she actually just shouted out as another fan who has her name, Angel Reese, and she's asking her to get her tickets to the game. And she's like a 6-year-old fan, and that was beautiful to me. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and she's been very dope. I seen on one side something about, can I get your shoes after the game? She gave the girl the shoes. I mean, you got the Barbie dolls. I want to see Angel Reese Barbie dolls so I can get one for my daughter. But shout out to all the women that's out there, that's doing some impactful stuff out there. Congratulations to y'all, queens. If y'all single mothers, congratulations to y'all too. But I think the NBA right now is getting lots of notice, and I think that's very dope, and it's about that time. But since we still talking about women, we about to move on to this next clip I got coming up. We got Kamala Harris. I want to get
people in your life will tell you, it's not your time, it's not your turn. Nobody like you has done it before. One of the things I love is they'll say, it's going to be a lot of hard work.
That ain't.
Don't you ever listen to that. I like to say I eat no for breakfast. I don't hear no.
Madam Vice President, you are speaking to the most powerful ballot community.
That's right.
We have. What do you tell these chiefs about what they need to do with that power?
We have extraordinary power. And we can never let anybody take our power from us. So many of you know I was a prosecutor. You may not know one of the reasons why. When I was in high school, I learned that my best friend was being molested by her stepfather. So I decided at a young age I wanted to take on what I could do to protect women and children against violence. The idea that these so-called leaders would be passing laws that make no exception for rape and incest, that are essentially telling a survivor of a crime of violence to their body, a violation of their body, that they have no right to make a decision about what happens to their body next. That's immoral.
Who is Kamala Harris?
The Vice President of the United States of America.
And stuff like that. That's a very dope clip. So how do you feel about it? Since Biden, I mean, I don't want to get all political, but it's as seeing another woman, you know, the opportunity.
Oh, I stand with her. I think this is dope. I think a lot of people have the wrong idea about her. I think they only have those little moments of time that they're kind of going by. But I think the pros outweigh the cons, and I stand with her 100%.
Yeah, yes, and she stands with her sisters too as well, because you know I was like something. I was listening to something that they were mad because she skipped out on that Prime Minister sisterhood thing. They were mad about that, but shout out to her too as well. I support her as well. But I saved the best for last because I know you love Chris Brown. You know what I mean? You know, you might think Chris Brown is the world, right? So we about to kick off into this next clip, and then we're going to talk about Chris Brown because I know you're going to go all in on this Chris Brown conversation. Let's go. Look, see, we talk about the meet and greet picture. They're going for about, how much they going for? About 1,000?
1111. $1,111.
$1,000, y'all. You know, don't you? Oh no, you know. So did you get a meet and greet picture?
No, I did not. Not at all.
Nah. Hey man, those meet and greets, I think genius move. That was a genius move. He giving y'all something what you want, and you gonna pay for it for Chris Brown. I think that was a genius move. I can't be mad at the young man for it. But I think
it definitely was a genius move.
As well, right?
Yeah, it definitely was a genius move, and I just feel like it was such a branding. Like it was such a branding moment. And I've said this before, but I just feel like a lot of small businesses feel like they don't need to brand, and that like I get enough customers. I'm busy, I'm booked and busy, and that's great. But look, Chris Brown is Chris Brown and still had to come up with a strategy to what can make me different, what can make me stand out. I've been touring now. He actually celebrates his 20 years next year of his first album. So it's like, what can I do to be different, to be intentional, to be this? So it's like, okay, boom. If everybody else only do these little quick little weird poses of a meet and greet, I'm gonna let my people choose what they want. Like you tell me what you want, how you want me in the picture, get your perfect picture, and I'm gonna give it to you. On top of that, I'm gonna sign your autograph. Anything that you come and bring, you can do that. So it's like, how can you not like love somebody who is still 20 years, almost 20 years later, trying to figure out another way to up the bar, to up the status, to grow their brand? Even this man is one of the biggest brands already out there. He didn't have to do anything. He could have just came and did a regular show. But instead, he said, okay, I want my tour to not be the same in each city, and I want to add these special meet and greets. And it's perfect.
Right. And I agree with you. And he loves it. And I think that was a genius move for that. I mean, you think about some people that think outside the box. This goes back when you think about Nipsey with that album. sold for 1,000 just for the, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, I'm gonna sell you this for a guap. But the thing that Chris Brown is doing is that meet and greet pictures. I think is very dope. He's a very genius man, and plus he's from my area, the 757 area code.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Chris Brown, man. But look, before we get out of here, I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia, man. Norfolk. I lived in Norfolk. I lived in Virginia Beach, Great Bridge, all of that. So I'm from the Hampton Roads area. My dad is from Dothan, but I represent Dothan as well because Dothan always been a second home to me, and not a second home, a home. So check this out real quick. Before we yeah, man, a lot of people don't really know too much about that side, but also, man, shout out to the team, man. Shout out to everybody that's behind the scenes, creative director behind the scenes, everybody that's within the show. Shout out to you, Patrice, for joining us tonight, man. Before we get out of here, I want you to shout out your handles and tell them where they can find you at.
Okay, so you can find me on the Branding Bag on all platforms, even though some of them are not as active as the others, but you can definitely go to Facebook and look up the Branding Bag, join the group, and spread the word. That's the only thing I charge is like invite as many people that you can so that we can continue to grow. Everything else is absolutely free. Then you can find me personally at Patrice Walker. I'm not fancy or anything. I just use my first and last name on Facebook and TikTok, and then or you can also find me at Patrice_the Branding Bag on Instagram. But other than that, pretty much type in the Branding Bag or Patrice Walker and you can find me. The spelling is a little different because my mom wanted me to be different. She said I was different, child. So it's Patreese is the spelling of Patrice. And you can also go to the website, thebrandingbag.net, and just look at everything we have going on there. You also can join the group from the website and all that good stuff. So subscribe your email and phone number so you can stay in the know, because I always give my email subscribers the information before I post it. So if you want exclusive information, subscribe your email and your number to our text program. And yeah, you can do either one.
Hey, man, I really appreciate you for coming on the show tonight, man. Shout out to all the hustlers that been watching. Shout out to all the people on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Reds, X. I'm everywhere right now. I'm trying to get some stuff moving. I'm thinking about hopping on Twitch as well. Shout out, like I said, to the Branding Bag as well, man. Look, I think that's about it, man. Oh, it's at Hustle Society Trap Podcast. I keep it like you, Trees. I keep it simple. That's everything. That's where you can find me on all platforms. But look, man, that's a wrap, man. We out tonight, man, and I really appreciate you. And hopefully I can get you up here again. Thank you.
Society. Society. Yeah, we in the building, we vibing,